There's a tremendous amount of fear around the economic landscape right now. The cost of goods and services in this country are going up at a rate that's uncomfortable relative to wage increases.
Nearly 40% of Canadian homeowners are concerned about their finances, according to a new Leger poll, as interest rates and inflation surge. In 2021, there were 30% more homes sold than the average over the last 10 years in Canada, often selling for higher than list price during the pandemic. Of the 40% of concerned homeowners surveyed, 50% of them bought homes over the past 2 years.
The pandemic has been huge in terms of igniting a really strong bull market in terms of home purchasing. And, we've seen it slow down in 2022, but that was to be expected, even if the interest rates weren't starting to inch up like they are now.
Homeowners are feeling the effects of inflation on gas and groceries, and some of their concern stems from how much income they'll need to afford their variable mortgage. According to Leger's poll, 74% of Canadians say they can afford $100 to $200 of extra cost per month, dropping to 19% when those costs equate to $500 to $1,000. 15% of Canadian homeowners say they can't afford any extra costs, leaving some cities unattainable to live in.
Last year, Toronto's average price for a single family home went up over $300,000.
Although the average price of a single-family home in Manitoba is the highest it's ever been at $455,000, mortgage brokers City News spoke to say thanks to mandatory stress tests introduced in 2016, if you have a mortgage, you'll likely be able to afford it.
Nobody wants to pay more, but we've sort of acid tested it in advance to make sure. We've been forced to acid test to make sure that they could handle the increases if they were to come. And here we are.
Here rates are increasing. But really what they're doing is bringing us back to more of a normal level. We saw some very historically low rates through the pandemic. So we're just really getting back to kind of a normal rate environment right now.
Mortgage broker Chad Wilson says those trying to purchase homes within the last 6 months in Manitoba will run into more financial hurdles. Peter Squire with the Winnipeg Regional Real Estate Board says more homes are coming on the market now, which could see prices go down. Wilson says with the level of change in rates right now, it's never been more important to mind your spending.
Money's been cheap for a very long time, and this is a bit of a reset to open your eyes and understand maybe what your money coming in is and what your money needs to be going out, and it's important stuff to pay attention to.
In Winnipeg, Mike Albanese, City News.